Okay, this is my how to sharpen Japanese style sword actual demonstration here. Now, to start off, you need a pretty good stone. I've already made a video about how to do it, but since there's been a lot of people ask me questions, I'm going to go ahead and do a demonstration. Now, to start off first, you need a good quality stone. I use this Smith 3-sided Arkansas stone because it's best. And you want to get a big bucket of water. Add a little dish soap to. You want to add a little dish soap to the bucket of water to make it more sticky, and it helps the sword slide over there better. And let's get started. Let me show you. Okay. Stand up. Frame. Okay, there. First, you want to put a little water on the stone. You want to make sure it's good and wet. You want to wet it. Then, depending on how much damage your blade, if you're just resharpening it, like what I'm doing with this one, you want to start with the medium side. If there's actual damage, like there's chips and nicks in it, you want to start on the coarse side, which is this side. But I'm going to start with medium. Now, I'm touching up this blade, so I'm going to use it again, like, pretty soon. So, I'm going to only do maybe 5 on the medium and 10 on the fine side. So, but if I was actually sharpening up like it was really dull, I would do at least probably 10 to maybe 20 on the medium and maybe 20 or 30 on the fine. I mean, you just gotta decide how much you want to do because it takes a long time, and I might have to condense this down a little bit or edit some stuff out. So, you know, we'll see where we go. Okay, now to start off, dry. Don't knock anything over. Start off, you want to start at the tip, and you can eyeball it a little bit like this, but when you get to the blade, a good way that I found to get a 30-degree angle is that you put your thumb behind the blade and you just rest the blade like that, and you simply just switch it over. You just simply pull it back. You know, it's just a simple back motion like that. So if you have a hard trouble with it, you just can keep your thumbs behind it and pull back. But you know, I've done it a few times, so I've gotten used to it. Slide around, flip the mat over. Okay. Now, let's get to sharpening. So, to start off, should keep focus. To start off, you start at the tip like this. Roll the stuff around. Start at the tip, and you pull back. You move a little bit over. There. You move it a little bit over. And you pull back. Go down a little bit. And pull back. The biggest thing is to make sure you get a nice, even thing. So as I'm explaining this, I'm not doing a good job, but oh well. And also, you want to make sure you keep the stone nice and wet. So, that's what I was doing. Now, as I said, I'm explaining this, and hard for me to do two things at once, but one, just want to just basically, as you see, I have my fingers here, but be careful if you do it like this, but just put a finger behind it, and just pull back. Now this blade, it doesn't, the actual blade part, it's a dowel sword, only goes down to right here, so this part I don't sharpen. So, basically you do that to the whole blade. You just, you can rest your finger behind there, pull it back, just the whole blade. And then, after you've done one side, just flip it over, and you do the other the same way. And then just to finish up the tip, just press it against there like this, put it at an angle, like that. Go on. Let me show you again. Basically, put it at an angle, like this on the stone, a little off center, and you press. And you want to be pulling back as you do this. Like that. So, start at the top of the stone, kind of, at an angle. I have the tip pointing at the edge of the stone, and I just pull back, and I draw it across. Like that. And that's basically how you sharpen any katana sword. Just simply put it on there at 30-degree angle. Like that. Pull back. And you do that to the whole length of the blade. Make sure you keep it even. And then you switch it up. And instead of coming straight back like this, you put it at an angle. Like that. And you're pushing upwards and pulling back at the same time. Like that. Now, if you can't do that, another way I found, because when you're doing it like that, when you're pulling it back at an angle, basically you're evening up this edge for the press, any smoothing it out, any imperfections you put. So if you can't do that, another way I found is that you simply put it at the edge of the stone. Put your index finger like that right behind the blade, and put your thumb up here like that, and you hold it at a 30-degree angle. You simply just push the sword sideways, like that, against the stone, and it accomplishes the same thing. So if you guys have any comments or questions, go ahead and post. But as I said, you do that, you to about like 10 on the medium, switch to the fine, you do that side, and that's just how it's done. So 10 on the medium. I do 5 on the fine because this isn't that dull. I just need to touch it up, and 10 on the fine. But as I said, it's superlative. If your sword's really, really dull, then go ahead and sharpen it. The way you can tell if it's dull or not, you take a piece of paper and you pull it across. There's certain stick or bind when you're pulling it across. It should just easily go through. If it doesn't, it means that it's a little dull. You can sharpen it. You don't have to sharpen it. It's up to you. But as I said, that's just how I do it. So, I'm out.